Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Noizat Atira and today I am honored to present an overview of two important aspects in our legal system, which is agency law and case law. What is agency law and case law? Agency law has defined relationship where an agent acts on behalf of the principal, meanwhile the case law has represent the body of judicial decision, serve as precedent, providing clarity and direction. Next is about the impact. The agency law has facilitating commercial transaction, corporate goals, and also provide the legal framework for auditing, delegation, and accountability. The case law has played an important role in the agency law by developing and interpreting the concepts such as employer-employee relationship. Furthermore, it's about the impact on corporate governance. In corporate governance, the agency law has defined the relationship between the companies and their officers and directors. This has influenced the doctrines such as judgment rule and the duty of care. Looking ahead, the agency law and case law will meet the challenge in adapting the technological advancement and the new business model. Therefore, the court will play the key role in interpreting the principle for the contemporary challenges. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Farah Edwana and I'm going to present to you the case between Ghostwika and KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad. So, Ghostwika was the plaintiff and the plaintiff was employed by KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad under the contract of employment. The plaintiff claimed that the company wrongfully terminated his employment contract without any proper notice to the agreed terms. So, Ghostwika brought an action against KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad against breach of contract. So the issues are whether the termination of Ghostwika employment was wrongful in the breach of contractual terms, whether KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad provided adequate notice or compensation in lieu of notice as required under the employment contract or Malaysia employment law. What remedies or damage, if any, the plaintiff was entitled to the alleged wrongful termination. So, the court has decided that KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad was wrongfully terminated Ghostwika employment. The company breached the contract by failing to give proper notice or compensation in lieu of notice. The court awarded damages to Ghostwika for his loss.
Okay, hi, my name is Zulana Akila Bibi Zainab Abidin. Today I will present a case law of Asprata Sendirian Berhad and Bank Bumi Putra Malaysia. For the introduction, this case involved a dispute between Asprata Sendirian Berhad, a real estate company, and Bank Bumi Putra Malaysia regarding the sale of a property through an agent. Okay, my first point is fact. Asprata and the bank agreed to sell a property using a third-party agent to handle negotiation. A buyer initially agreed to the term but later argued that the agent had no authorities to finalize the sale. The bank claimed that agent act outside their scope of authority, making the sale agreement void. Asprata, however, insists the agreement should be involved based on their agent action. The issue is, did the agent have the authorities to negotiate and enter into the sale agreement on behalf of the bank? So the decision is the court rule that the agent has to apparent authorities as the bank allowed agent to represent them without restricting or clarifying the authorities. Thus, the buyer was justified in relying on the agent's action, making the sale agreement valid.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Daniel bin Ilyasa. So I will continue our presentation in the case law, which is the case of Tan So Eng versus Haji Abdullah bin Haji Abdul Karim in 1978. So, in the case of Tan So Eng versus the appellant Haji Abdullah bin Haji Abdul Karim, Tan So Eng was found guilty of slander against Haji Abdullah before the Penampang Native Court. The offence included Tan having published a defamatory statement against Abdullah, which resulted in a conviction together with a 1-month imprisonment tariff. So, what the issue here? There is a lot of questioning about whether the Penampang Native Court had the authority to inflict a criminal sanction for slander, which is a civil wrong and ordinarily governed by the defamation law. The controversy on limits of the power of Native Court in handling the offence, which falls under civil law. In the end, the Supreme Court of Malaysia automatically dismissed the conviction of Tan. The court also established that the Penampang Native Court, when a client in issuing its decision by dealing with slander on the basis of the criminal law. Decision help to understand what extent Native Court can consider civil case and establish readiness to respond to future similar mention of jurisdiction. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Afiq Daniel bin Muhammad Sayuti. Today I want to talk about one case which is KSK Insurance Malaysia Berhad versus T. Siwah 2012. The case involved KSK Insurance claiming that agent T. Siwah sold an insurance policy but failed to forward the premium payment. KSK argued the policy was invalid due to non-payment, while T maintained she fulfilled her duties and was not at fault for the payment issue. The case raised key questions about the agent responsibilities and the management of the agency relationship. In this case, the court addressed several key issues. Number one, agent's authority. Was T. Siwah authorized to collect and forward the insurance premium for KSK? Number two, scope of agency. Did T act within the scope of his agency when he failed to transfer the premium payment? Number three, KSK's liability. Is KSK bound by T's action despite the non-forwarding of the premium? Number four, liability for non-payment. Can T be held liable for not transferring the premium? Or is KSK responsible for better managing its agent relationship? The Court of Appeal ruled in favor of KSK, holding T liable for not forwarding the premium, thus invalidating the policy. The court emphasized T's duty to act per agency terms, making her accountable for the non-payment and enforcing that agent must fulfill their obligation to the principals.
My name is Aimezara Betujaidi from Section 2 of the Bachelor of Technology Management Innovations Programs. My matric number B0623100502. This video is prepared as part of my group assignment for business law under the guidelines of Dr. Ain Binti Bismail. This topic I will be discussing today is case law and agency law in Chiat Sia Chong vs. Union Bank of Malaysia BHD 1988. Firstly, the fact of this case refer Chiat Sia Chong as a plaintiff engaged with Union Bank of Malaysia BHD, which is a dividends over a dispute real estate transactions. The bank agent tasked with selling the property allegedly missing the plaintiff about the sale term and property conditions. After agreed these facts to buy the property, the plaintiff discovered discrepancies in the actual sales term. The plaintiff agreed that the bank was liable for the agent's miscellaneous actions, while the bank claimed the agent's action beyond his authority, being responsibility for agent promises. Secondly, there's mention about the issue in this case. The agent acted within the authority granted by Union Malaysia BHD. Union Bank of Malaysia BHD can be held liable for the agent's actions and representation. The plaintiff was justified in relying on the agent's representations about the sale term and property conditions. The agent's actions and representation affected the contract validity, leading to plaintiff to enter under false presences. Additionally, The discussion of the court's judgment includes the agent actions with their authority during negotiations with the plaintiff. The principal was held liable for an agent's misrepresentations. The plaintiff was justified in relying on the agent's assurance. The agent misrepresented the sale term and property conditions, forcing the plaintiff to enter the agreement under false pretenses. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Azim Aizat bin Effendi, matrix number B0623100403, and I will now present my part, which is the conclusion. And there are 3 points in conclusion of agency and case law, which are to provide legal frameworks for delegations, legal repercussions, responsibility, and business success. Secondly, to address emerging challenges from changing technologies and innovations in business environment. Lastly, to enhance trust and accountability in legal and commerce frameworks. And there are 5 key cases in Malaysian agency law, which are the KSK Insurance Malaysian Berhad versus the Sewa Doctrine of Apparent Authority Principles may be viciously liable if third parties reasonably believe an agent is authorized to act. Secondly is the Goswika versus KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad, which are to reinforce apparent authority and its implication for principal liability. The third one is Tan Su Eng versus Haji Abdullah bin Haji Abdul Karim, is to highlight stakeholders' rights to fulfill contractual responsibilities. And after that, Chok Siu Chong versus Union Bank of Nation Berhads, employers may be liable for torts committed by employees within the scope of their duties. And lastly, Aspatra Sendirian Berhad versus Bank Bumi Putera Malaysian Berhad is to establish implied authority principle can be viciously liable based on assigned roles and responsibilities. Lastly, for overall impact, is to emphasize the importance of clear authority demarcation in agency relationships serve as valuable lesson for principal agents accountability in Malaysian law. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurdana Tasha Binti Muhammad Anif. My number matrix is B0623105557. Today, my part is summary. First, agency law and case law overview. So we have 3. Agency law governs principal-agent relationship and their rights and obligations. Case law is derived from judicial decision and precedents. Both significantly shape employment law, corporate governance and business relationships. And second one is key case and principles. For the key case is we got Giswaka vs KPM Perusahaan Kayu Sendirian Berhad. Second is Tan Sung Eng versus Haji Abdullah bin Haji Abdul Karim. KSK Insurance Malaysia BHD v Sewa. And the last one is Chok Siu Chang vs Union Bank of Malaysia Berhad. Is a key case and principle. And the third one is impact on legal framework, enhance trust and accountability in modern commerce and law. The second one is provides clarity and delegation liability and authority in agency relationships. The last one is court must adapt principle to evolving technology and business model. So the conclusion is agency law and case law ensure accountability, support business success, and require ongoing adaptation to